What's going on, everyone? It's Chris here. I don't know if you can tell, but today I need a haircut. So I'm going to be bringing you along with me because I've been getting messages for years about who cuts my hair and how I cut my hair. So I'm going to introduce you to my good friend Jovan. He's the hands behind all the hairstyles that you guys have seen in the past videos. It's good, brother. Yo.
Chris, Kevin,
yo,
Chris,
Kevin, man.
Pleasure
to finally meet
the
you.
most amazing, prolific, one of the top guys in our industry.
I just wanted to introduce the guys, the man behind the hairstyles over the past couple years.
Finally gonna unlock how to cut Chris Harriet's hair.
All right, man. What do we got going on? What are you gonna do?
Looking for something like this short.
Okay, so same style, but just kind of bring it down a little bit.
We kind of just like do the sides and we let the top grow for a while. Let's do it, man.
First step that we have is water or some sort of a grooming spray, which is what I use right here. Get it inside his hair, saturate it, just so we can get the sectioning down.
Man, these guys should have seen my hair back in the metal days, bro.
You don't even know, like down all the way over here, like you would have never recognized them.
Oh, Chris
That
Harriet.
was literally when I was like 16. It was actually like a mohawk, you know? It was like the sides were shaved
and it was kind of
was
so like
long.
under.
When I was in the band with Raul.
Shout out to Raul. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, right, we have like a nice clean section of where I want everything to lay down, and then I just gotta clip his hair up on the top.
I eventually cut my long hair one day because one time I was driving and like I was stuck at a red light or whatever, and somebody pulled up and like tried to holler, bro. I put my window down and the guy was like, oh shit, and he pulled off. I went to the barber the next day. I was like, yo, we're cutting this.
So real quick, now that we have this all sectioned out, second step I take is actually my 1.5, and I create a guideline right here from like the temple point peak, right where the arch is right here, all the way straight through. Above is occipital. If you guys don't know what that is, it's that little bone in the back of your head right here.
Yo, speaking of like cutting all the way in a circle by the temple, remember when you just did that? You just left it like that for Fred?
Oh,
Shout out Fred, bro. We did a good haircut.
So now that we got this section kind of like cut off already with our 1.5, step 3, grading the grading the transition from our 0 all the way up to our 1.5. So all is gonna be tapered out. This will be tapered out. And again, we're gonna go more shadow, so these parts are gonna get lower as we progress into the haircut.
Jovan doesn't only cut my hair, he pretty much cuts everybody's hair in the office. Paz, Don, my brother, even my son, yeah.
Yeah, we got the whole family on deck. I'm with the guys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so they can't ever have bad haircuts.
You've had some cameos in some of the vlogs.
And if you guys, again, have any questions, I try to do my best to reach out to everybody.
Do they be in your DMs asking you about how you cut my hair?
Yes, it was annoying with the DMs because then everybody was like, oh, how do you do it? How do you do it? And it's like,
We figured out a haircut that worked for him.
Look, now you can send him this video. Crazy how much like a good haircut can do for you, man. In my opinion, life is about continuing on your legacy, and that starts with like your haircut, bro.
You can have a bad day and one haircut can be the changer of that mood. So as you can see, guys, we're just finishing up the actual fading, tapering out of the sides on the temple and the back. What I do is I fade up into here and start bringing this lighter, so that way the haircut lasts him. He doesn't have to come back so often. On this part right here, you're gonna grab like a trimmer. What we wanna do is just take out all these tiny bits of hair, which begins to create what they call that blurry fade. And then what I'll do is grow all the way down low with the clipper and just edge out all these tiny little hairs.
So Kevin, tell us about your story, man, like how you got into calisthenics. I remember you had sent me your transformation and I was just like, whoa. And how much did you lose in total?
60 pounds, give or take. Probably training at that point for about 5 times a week.
Okay.
That was the bodybuilding, but then calisthenics, that started when we went into lockdown and the gyms were closed. It's like, I want to keep up with the physique that I've got. We get a bar, some rings, and then just start going from there.
How did you make the transition from gym to starting to train at home?
It's easy to sit down on a chair or lay down on a bench and push weights, right? But to do a proper, correct push-up or even a pull-up, correct form, as you know,
It takes technique, takes time.
and a possessive personality.
That's
You
amazing.
know, try and be the best I can.
No, and it shows that type of mentality transfers into other things in life as well. You can apply it to like literally anything. When did you finally feel like I'm motivated now? I want to get stronger, faster.
I want to be able to run after my son and not my son run after me. You know, just be strong enough to keep up and to be a role model for them as well.
That's my number one motivation too, bro. That's so dope.
So again, step 1, saturation with water. Step 2, 1.5. Step 3, we brought it all down to skin. Step 4, take this transition and start softening this fade up. We're gonna leave a little bit of weight in there, but we're just gonna try to blend all this in here with our flat comb, then we'll get into our scissors. So dark hair, white comb, I know exactly where I'm cutting.
Amazing transformation, brother. What's the next goal? You gonna do some handstands?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was just talking about it. He said he wants to start learning how to like lock in the handstands. I told him, you gotta talk to Chris, and Chris, you gotta stack and get everything
100%.
like.
After this cut, we'll get right into some handstands.
Yeah, do some handstands.
Let's talk a little bit about you, Jovan. Some of the workouts.
So I can't do a front lever. I can't do a manifesto. I stopped doing pull-ups a long time ago.
Yo, but at one point we were training like almost every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just jumping into his routine pretty much.
Yo, let's put him on the spot right now. We want to see a 60-day transformation starting today.
I'm gonna try to vlog every single day to give you guys like a good transformation. Inspo, and definitely inspo. I have great inspirations in this place that I can actually say like, I got this, man, I got this.
Now we're gonna do one of our last steps that we have in here is to actually take texturizing shears or notching shears, and we're gonna start taking this and softening up the blend as much as we can, and we're gonna attack the top little by little, most of the hair that's still long and dark that we need to fade out. As you can see, we go from this heavy kind of weighted area right here into a more nicer transition. Get the other side to match real quick.
So Jovan is an artist when it comes to haircuts and hairstyles. When you first got started, how did you get from being a beginner to very high level stuff?
In 1994, my father was sick. I needed something to make money fast. Since I'm a second generation barber, right, cutting hair is in my blood. My grandfather did it in New York City in the Bronx. And now I'm a barber currently today, 28 years in the industry. Just worked my way up from like, you know, like the hood shop in the ranch, the same owner as the flea market. You have to learn how to be quick, different textures, different hair. From there, I just, you know, I started doing shows on Netflix. I got a couple of celebrity clientele from there. And then, you know, the rest is history now. Our sixth step is to just bring down the top of the hair so we can balance it out. The rest of the haircut, just take some grooming spray. Right, I'm gonna spray it on the top of the hair. It helps me grab his hair for actual like cutting purposes before we actually get to the blow drying of the hair. So what I do is I make an actual section down the middle. This is gonna give me my guideline to work with. What I wanna do is just bring down a little bit, but I wanna keep everything as even as possible. I take this section right here, work it up to where I see a guideline that works perfectly for me. And I just make one cut. And I just go all the way straight to the back. Now that I have that, I have a guideline that I'm looking for right here in the middle. What I want to do, actually take this one section off right in here. You'll see that there's a small little guideline right down the middle. I'm going to do what we call point cut. This adds texture. So I'm still cutting down into that actual line that we made, texturizing at the same time. Gives Chris a lot of flexibility when he wants to move his hair around where it's not just a straight cut. Now that we have that sectioned off in the middle, take another guideline right here, take that same section, again, using square, again, just point cutting everything. That's what you see on cameras, all that flexibility and that movement.
Jovan's also a man of many talents. He's also a musician, singer. We've made some music together. You guys want to hear some of it? Leave it down in the comment section. Maybe we'll release them.
Yeah, we got some music out, man. I go under the name J Rain, which is like my first initial, my middle name.
Where can you find it?
Everywhere, yeah. We have Apple Music, Spotify, all platforms. So at this point, I'm just gonna blow dry while he's moving his hair around. Dry hair tells the truth, wet hair lies. We want it to be camera ready. We want it to be where he wakes up, where he hasn't done too much work. Last step, we're going right back to our thinning shears or our texturizing shears. You see how this side is just a little bit longer than the other side? We're just gonna take that, twist it up, make that incision right there, and then we get that flexibility of being able to move the hair however we want. We just need a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll grab some sort of a fiber. We don't like to put too much crazy product in his hair. We don't do like a paste or anything. We do like dry stuff. Get it inside the hair, put it inside the roots, and it gives me like a stiffness if I want to just keep it like right there. And then what he'll do is he'll move it around. Chris, what do you think?
Bro, it's looking good like always. But how about we get Kevin in on here? We get your expertise. Maybe you can show us like a little skill, a little technique.
You know, one thing I saw you doing on the side of Chris's hair, he was texturizing it, right? Correct. So another technique you could actually work, a little bit of channel cutting. So what channel cutting is, if we comb the hair in the direction where you want it to lay, with your scissors on the surface of the top of the hair, you're slowly going to start to open and close the scissors, and that's going to help to encourage push shorter hair towards the longer hair, and it's going to encourage the hair to actually fall away from you. There you go.
Killer technique, brother.
Do every day, eh?
Killer technique.
Check that out. Tell me what you think.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Now you guys know how I cut my hair. You guys met the boy Jovan,
You already know.
the legend Kevin. We're gonna go ahead and get some food, get a workout in, and I will see you next Thursday. Mad love. Peace out.
Some food stuff going this way again. We're going to just pause it.